Welcome, welcome. Hello, family. Welcome to the Healing Light Podcast, your community of love, light, and healing. I am your gracious host, Shay the Light, joined here by my sister and co-host, Natasha. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back. We are on episode 7, season 2, and today's topic, run the play, how to tie it all together. So we're rapidly approaching the end of season 2. We're approaching the end of this year. And today on the podcast, we're just going to basically talk about everything that we've discussed so far on the podcast and how to tie it all together and actually run the play in real life when you find yourself in these situations. So, sis, what do you think about today's topic?
I think today's topic is going to be fire, and it's going to help a lot of people be able to make it to the next level, applying what it is that they have learned. And if they don't know how to apply it, we're going to tell them how to apply it today.
Perfect. Awesome. I totally agree. It's going to help because it's one thing to talk about the discussion and to even think about it, even to replay the episode. But if you don't apply it when you're faced in that time where it's happening in real time, then what's the use? What's it all for? So yeah, I think today's episode is going to be very helpful, insightful, and with no further ado, let's get right into it. So far, we've done 15 videos in total. That's throughout both seasons of the podcast. So we've discussed a variety of things from healing yourself to co-parenting, healing your children, modern day dating, manifesting, attachment styles, grounding, the 7 areas of life, and just a variety of ways all about healing, like just a big old bubble of healing. So that's what we've been discussing over here. And now it's time to run that play. So what do you do when you find yourself in the midst of the challenge and it's time to blue 42, HUD. What do you say, Natasha?
So what I've learned after meeting a lot of successful people, I've been blessed by the opportunity to meet a lot of successful people in this world, and they change my perspective on living. And so statistics show that you only use 5% of your brain, which means the other 95% of your brain is in autopilot. You know what I mean? So if you're not taking time out to think about anything, you're just reacting. You're responding, but you're not thinking to what it is that you're doing. So I'm just going to tell everybody, I just challenge you, the next time that you're put in a situation, you feel uncomfortable, you feel, agitated, you feel whatever feeling, emotion you have with it, I dare you to think about what it is that you're going to do before you actually do it. And from what I've learned is that we have all been given the keys by somebody. A lot of people reject the information that is given to them. But my mentor, shout out to Chad Thompson, he always said to run the play, run the system. And his definition of system is save yourself time, energy, and money. So if you're being provided with the answers to the test, when it's time for you to take the test, you'll pass it because you already have the answers. Or you can risk your chances of failing the test by trying to create your own stepping outside of, if that makes sense, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I just triple dog dare everyone to challenge yourself this time around. We're about to be walking into a new year pretty soon, and you can walk into a new year, a new you, so what are your thoughts, Shay?
I totally agree. I know for me, what run the play means is basically apply what you've learned. So you've learned all the information, you've made the flashcards, you wrote down all the notes. Okay, so how are you going to apply that now? So to me, ways I do that are just basically having a game plan. Like, okay, Shay, if you go left and they go, right, what's the next move after that? Like basically having a game plan of what to do. So I know if I'm triggered in certain situations, okay, what's the game plan now? What are you going to do if you're in that type of situation? So for example, I'll give you an example. I just recently did a work event where normally me, before I started my healing journey, I was very introverted, and I understand now that that's not in my highest interest for my best self. It would be better for my own well-being to be more extroverted, not only in the business arena, but just in life all the way around. So at this particular event where normally I would isolate myself and introvert myself away from the crowd, I made a conscious decision like, hey, you're about to do this again. Don't go isolate yourself. Don't go put your face down on your phone. Go over there. There's a group of people standing over there. Go join the group. Go join the conversation. Introduce yourself. Shake hands. Mingle. It's better for your personality. You're learning people skills. You're getting to know new people. And who knows, that might be someone that can help you further on down the line when you're climbing up the ladder. So just an example of how I personally apply what I've learned throughout the healing journey here. So it's not just learning the tools, it's actually applying them in real time when you find yourself like, oh, here's what I've been training for. So now it's time to go. How am I going to go? What am I going to do exactly strategically? So I know for me, planning is really good, actually having a plan and then acknowledging like, hey, look, self, you're growing. Look where you actually made a different decision versus previously where you would have done the complete opposite. Look at you, girl, like you're growing, and give yourself those kudos. Like, yay, look at you. You're actually applying what you learned. And you're practicing what you preach. And that's my third and final one that I do, where I'm like, okay, are you actually showing up in a way that you would recommend someone else do? Especially with me being a life coach, I have to check that a lot. Like, you definitely cannot be out here preaching and promoting one thing and then you live in a whole totally different way. That's just not even going to work at all. And who wants to be a hypocrite? So practice what you preach. Have a game plan, and yeah, those are some of the ways that I apply the play. So, sis, you got anything else you want to add on that subject?
Absolutely. So I want to let everyone know that we all have the same resources. You know, people fail because of lack of knowledge, but we all have information to the knowledge. And so I just triple dog dare you. For all the 80s babies, y'all know what that is. I triple dog dare you to send one of these videos. You can pick anyone. Matter of fact, send out every video on the Heal and Light podcast to someone you know, right? Because if you change your life, you'll change your mind. And I think that's very crucial because a lot of people, they suffer and you're suffering from your own thoughts. But if we provided you with all the information, we provided you with all the tools, if you just take the time out to use at least one, see how that will change the outcome of any situation that it is that you face. And, you know, it's other people out there too that can help you. A lot of people online, podcasts, books, you know, conferences, seminars, but it's not so much about just showing up and taking notes. It's about showing up to your own rescue and applying what it is that you learn. And you're going to change everything about you. And once you change everything about the way you think, you're going to change everything about your life, and you're just going to go up from there. And yeah, I triple dog dare everybody that's listening to this today to change yourself. You know, change your thoughts, change the people around you, because it only takes one video. You know, sometimes Shay sent me videos and I've never would have listened to the video. Sent it to me, it sparked something inside of me to change something about me, like a divine encounter. And so, yeah, just apply, and do not deny yourself. Let's go.
Okay. So another thing I'd like to add is repetition. You cannot do a download one time and you receive information, you intercept it, and then, okay, that's it. No, it's not going to apply, and it's definitely not going to retain without the repetition. So listen to this episode, not once, not twice, maybe even 3 times. You got to get on repetition. And then as you obtain that information over and over and over again, it'll actually be even easier to apply it. So I would definitely recommend that too, family. Be repetitive about obtaining and applying this information. Like Sis said, it'll help you overall in your life when you start applying more positivity to your life. You'll see that outcome across the board. So great stuff, family. And again, we're coming to the end of season 2. So go back, check out any one of our 8 episodes from season 1 and what we've been working on so far this season. I can just say, even with the podcast, you can look at all the growth within the podcast. Like, we changed up the style. We heard what you were saying, people. We received the feedback and we applied it. Like we say, we walk it like we talk it. We're not just over here telling you guys to do something we don't even do for our own self. So we took that positive feedback, we applied it. We hope you guys like all of the new segments and ways that we've been going about producing this content for you guys. And it's beautiful because you can even see the growth there too. And that's what it's all about. That is all that this journey is about growing and always reaching for your higher self and advancing and growing all the time, family. So with that being said, you know what time it is. It's time to get into those affirmations. Sis, are you ready?
Absolutely. For everyone that's new to the show, affirmations are just something that we do to affirm our belief and to strengthen our belief and take us to the next level, right? Because you are what you think, and we want to think positive things at all times. Remember the 95%. Let's start to use the 95% of our brain. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and go through is, I will not run from anything. I'm going to run the play. I will not run from anything. I will run the play. I will not run from anything. I will run the play. We about to run the play around here. We not running from nothing. We ain't scared of nothing. It's time to get it, right? And so the next one is, I will challenge the challenge. I will challenge the challenge. I will challenge the challenge, right? People are faced with challenges and they don't know what to do. And when you're faced with your next challenge, challenge yourself to think before you react, right? And the last one is, I will apply everything I learn. I will apply everything I learn. I will apply everything I learn from all your audio books, all your conferences, your seminars. Apply what it is that you are learning so you can live your best life, stay in the light, and have heaven on earth. And I thank everyone for tuning in with me and Shay on our journey, your journey, our journey together. We've made it to the last episode of the season. So shout out to everybody that made it to the end. We congratulate you on the next chapter of your life, because there's no way for you to remain in the same chapter with all the information that we've provided you. And so I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to Shay.
Beautiful, sis. Thank you for those lovely affirmations. Yes, we affirm that we will run the play. Yes. So yes, family, thank you so much for joining us today. And yes, like sis said, we are approaching the end of the season. So stay tuned. Now, next Sunday, we will be taking a break, getting prepared for the final episode, which will be October 9th. So make sure to tune in then as we close out and finalize season 2 of the Healing Light podcast. And we want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Please remember, comment, like, share, subscribe down in the comment section. We want to hear from you, family, and join us online on social media. We love to see you guys over on our IG page or Facebook at the Healing Light Podcast. And you can also chat with us through Gmail at the Healing Light Podcast at gmail.com. So once again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, family. We hope that you have a wonderful, beautiful, prosperous week. And family, we love you. See you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.